viewers, I am Major General Neelendra Kumar for the channel Lex Consilium Foundation in the playlist Inse Miliye. In conversation with Professor Ravi Prakash, who, as I indicated earlier, had been the Vice Chancellor of JP University in Himachal Pradesh, later was the Director General at Amity School of Engineering Technology, Noida, and has a huge research experience, particularly in UK, where he was connected with different universities. My next question to you is that you are in favor that the students should complete their UG and then only think of going for masters abroad. Now, this journey between the UG and PG and within UG, would internship also help if the students want to do that in India, or that they should do it in India before they go to get a practical attitude or outlook?
Very good question, because internship as such is not required by admission officer when you apply for admission to UK or USA or Germany or anywhere, but it is a added feature, icing on the cake. So if somebody has done internship in a very nice place, very nicely and highly recommended for, then internship does help, and it is entirely on the admission officer to give extra credit for that. Otherwise, when they have counts for academic performance, sports, intercurricular activities and all, extracurricular activities and all. So all these things matter, but internship will be beneficial if the admission counselor or person takes advantage of that. It's not necessary to do internship as such, but when anything you do, whether as an internship or job training or something, you add to your knowledge, and it will certainly help later on in the life.
I'd like to clarify here, Professor Ravi Prakash. The common impression amongst many is that in US, students seek admission for PG after some sort of industry exposure. Perhaps they have to raise funds also, and that helps. So viewed from that perspective, instead of industry job experience, if someone has done internship, would it be helpful there?
That will help, and internship is easier to obtain rather than job. So job experience may not be possible quickly just after your education.
Yes. So
internship becomes easier, and when you show that in your application, which has to be written very meticulously to get admission in US university especially, and at that time it will bring some extra points, some brownie points as they say. Otherwise, main emphasis is always on your educational background, how good the grades are, letter of recommendations from your professors, and all these things matter a lot. A statement of purpose is another thing. SOP, you have to mention that what SOP is, what is the statement of purpose, why you want to go there, what you want to do, what research is there, all these things you have to mention, and that has to be written very carefully, because these are the things they look, not too much on university record and college record or school record.
Thanks a lot, Professor Ravi Prakash. I am sure that your words of advice and words of wisdom, if I may say, will hugely impact and help the Indian students who are desirous of going abroad. Stay on this video. Now, these interviews with Professor Ravi Prakash are intended to help Indian students who want to go for engineering or technical higher education to destinations beyond India. Now, in that regard, my question to you is that from financial angle, monetary aspects, is there a difference in studying in state or non-state universities in US and between US and Europe? What are your remarks in that direction?
Very good. I can talk in general that US education will be expensive for any students going abroad if he is going for undergraduate degree or to some extent M.Tech also. PhD there is no problem, because they all have funded projects and they will support the student fully, living expenses, tuition and everything. But bachelors they will never support, because they also want to earn money for the university, and it's quite high. and therefore you should be ready to calculate for 4 years how much you will spend and what will be the return
Impact,
cost.
yes.
So RIO, return on investment.
Yes.
ROI, I should
Yes,
say.
ROI, yeah.
Yes. So that way, and UK will be slightly cheaper, but UK discriminates between foreign students and their own student. Fee structure for their own student is low. Fee structure for foreigners is higher. So that way it is discriminatory. Europe, I told, as I know, that Germany does not charge anything from students for tuition and all, and therefore that will be the cheapest. And other European countries do charge, but they will not be as expensive as US or UK. So that will be the cost wise. And getting a scholarship or support is easiest at PhD level or doctoral level. Next will be MTech level. Few will be available, not 100%, and undergraduate level practically none. So if you can afford the education in supporting yourself by your own money, do go. Admission will not be much of a problem. Properly written application, properly organized application will certainly get you admission, because they also want students, and these days it's not easy to get students in universities and colleges.
And what is your impression with regard to, say, places like Japan or Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong?
Singapore, there are very good universities like National University of Singapore, NUS, then NTU, Nanyang Technological University, and there is new university, University of Design,
yes,
and Technology. It's a very good university, but it's a new university, whereas NSU and NTU are very old universities. So education standard is very high, but it will not be facility wise as good as US, for example, and they will not have too many projects to support the students as far as Singapore. Australia also, National University of Australia, and all other like this
Japan and Hong Kong.
Even in Australia, Swinburne University is very good.
Yes.
RMIT, Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology, is very good. So these are good. I'm not saying don't go, please do go.
Yes.
They are very good and very good exposure also. Australians are very nice people. So do go, get good education, and then the job will be no problem after these degrees at all. Japan and all also, language will be problem, same as other, like I told about Germany. But Japanese are very polite people. Whenever you go to Japan, you don't feel you are outside India. You will feel you are at home. They are so polite. But communication becomes a problem, because everybody doesn't
Till
speak.
one picks up the language.
If you speak up Japanese, very good. They know English, but very little. So you will have to, go slow, try to explain what you are trying to say. Otherwise, they are so friendly. If you say something and they cannot explain to you, they will go with you and show where you are going and come back.
Okay. Now that's going to be very useful and interesting for the students interested in going out from India. Please be with us. This conversation with Professor Ravi Prakash, who is a former Vice Chancellor of JP University in Himachal Pradesh, would continue.